Welcome back to the channel. I think we can all understand that joining a running club can add value both to our running lives and help us improve our training and give us a bit of a social aspect to a sport that we all enjoy. Having said that, much of the time, most of the work, most of the miles, the hours we do are typically individual. I myself probably spend 95% of my time running solo around the streets of Moscow. The odd session now and again with a friend or two from one of the running groups I'm a member of, but most of the time, you know, it's solo work and it's not the most social activity.
I don't have my music, I barely have friends.
However, I am a member of an online community. There's about 100 of us that are all different ages, sizes, experience in running, different times, different backgrounds, different levels of where they are now trying to be in terms of a runner. There was recently a study released that was looking at the benefits of actually being in a running club versus being a non-club member. The study looked at the time benefits for running a marathon from being in a club versus not being a member of a club. And it looked at 5 years history of the London Marathon and about 200,000 different runners that took part over 5 years. It was 6 years with COVID, without the elites and the non-finishers. The study took into account age, gender, the specific year, because weather plays a part in how well you can run a race. It looked at whether you're a member of a club or not, as that's part of the official registration for London marathons. There's a whole separate championship that's built around that. It also looked at whether you were a UK resident or a tourist coming over to take part in it. The key aspect, of course, was whether you're a member of a running club or you weren't. Social interactions play a key part of anyone's marathon journey. I think having the opportunity to speak with more senior, more experienced runners, helping maybe more junior runners with learning how to race a marathon, actually building up your own experience running a marathon. So if you're running a marathon for the 20th time, you're going to have a lot of experience having done it before. You'll know about what can go wrong, what can go right, and how to make sure you have the best time doing it. I think the ability to communicate those different experiences to each other helps build people into a stronger long distance runner, so be that half marathon, marathon and further. Social interaction, of course, can also help people stay in the sport longer. It can keep them potentially healthier for longer and more involved and more interested in being a runner for longer. There were two main conclusions from the study. The first being that club membership can help mitigate the decline in pace that happens with age. As you get older, you get slower. I think that's to be understood and expected. But being a member of a club, those club runners actually ran faster by 30 to 40 minutes over the marathon distance, which is 45 to 60 seconds faster per kilometer, especially for those that were under 40. But this happened positively for everyone at all age groups. The second advantage of club membership is extending how competitive you can be as you get older. So again, as we get older, we tend to get slower. But by being a member of a running club, what the evidence showed was that your running times can be sort of 10 to 15 years faster than they would otherwise have been. So you can be more competitive for a longer period of time than you otherwise would have been. But, and this is a big but, the relationship was purely associative. So what I mean by that is it's a good correlation that those that ran fast were members of a club, but unfortunately there's no direct relationship to say that those that were in a club were faster because they were in that club. And I guess this is somehow the tricky point of any statistics, is trying to understand what's the direct relationship and what is merely a correlation or associative relationship. However, for myself, I think it's very important to be social and socialize with other runners, even if that doesn't mean you're doing lots of track sessions or club meets and long runs together. But I think being part of the social side of running definitely gives more positivity to your running, and it can help give you ideas to improve your running when you otherwise maybe would have been stumped. If you enjoyed this short commentary, there'll be a link to the main report down below and you can get a look at it. It's very comfortable to read. It's not a deep, hardcore mathematical or scientific report. Ciao.